Do you know how long I spent being like resistant to the idea of a niche? Going, and you can literally scroll back and see all my posts where it's like, fuck your niches, I am an anti-niche business coach. And I was wrong, but I was also right. Because what I've had to figure out recently, and this literally dropped in the shower while I was soaping up my titties, is that what I was stuck with was one particular style of niching, which is what everyone else talks about. And when I started thinking about this and going like, it has to be deeper than this, I figured out there's actually 4. And if you are like me, probably like an ADHD girly with multiple brands and like multi-passionate in lots of different areas, you are not going to fit into the traditional idea of niching because there's 4. And then I had this idea, thought about it a little bit more, probably took way too long in the shower, just totally zoned out. Got out of the shower, sat down with all my client notes from all my clients I'm consulting and mentoring for at the moment, and realized, oh yeah, there's definitely 4. And then spent a few months researching and figuring this out to make sure, no, I'm not on crack. This actually makes sense. So there is actually 4 types of niche. And this is how you figure out what your niche is without feeling like a scammy bro marketer. If you are resistant around the idea of niching, this is going to help you. Okay, so number 1 is your traditional industry style niche. This is where you service a particular group of people or a particular industry that you can really define. So saying something like, I help mums of twins between the age of 1 to 5. Or I work with physiotherapists, or I work in doing this product or service offering for the construction industry. It is like to a bracket, a tag, a group of people. That's your industry niche. Number 2 is a values niche. And this one is definitely, you won't hear it talked about as much. It kind of like crosses over into personal brand space, or if we're talking about having amiable buyers who really relate to the person they're buying from. But this is how I define it, value-based niche. And this is basically like your client is anyone. It could be male, female, old, young, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. But they value X thing, which is what you value and what you stand for. So this is, for example, like you sell cleaning products to anyone who also values a particular like thing. It might be low tox, it might be sustainability, it might be produced in Australia, whatever it is. You value that, so the people finding you're not niching down to like women or men or like old or young or what state they're in. It is anyone. If you're looking for this value, I have that value. That is a value niche. Niche. Number 3 is a skill niche. And I think more people need to lean into this one. I have a friend and a colleague who sits in this bracket, and she does not want to sit in this bracket. She's being so resistant to it. And honestly, she would make so much more money and be helping so many more people if she just like embraced the skill niche. This is where, once again, it does not matter who your client is. It does not matter male, female, all that type of stuff. All like that demographic or like ideal customer thing, throw it out the fucking window, it doesn't matter. Because this is basically the skill, the problem that you solve, the thing that you do, you are such an expert in that anyone is going to come to you to have that thing fixed because you are the best at fixing that thing. So for example, you're the best lawyer that does with like wills and will planning and estate planning. Literally anyone can come to you. It doesn't matter where they're at because you are the best in this particular thing. That's a skill niche. More people need to lean into that. And then the last one I want to talk about is a style niche. This is what I see with a lot of my clients because I work with lots of creatives and photographers consulting for them in their marketing space. And it's basically comes down to the fact like their unique signature style, their flair, their vision for what they do is unique to them. So for a photographer or someone like that, you might photograph weddings and families and businesses and products and whatever it is, but you have a particular way of photographing, whether it's like 90s aesthetic or really clean minimalism or dark and moody, whatever it is. I'm being super, super stereotypical here because it's a lot deeper than that, but that is what people are coming to you for. They are coming to you for your style, your vibe, your aesthetic. And it's not just photographers, this is website builders, graphic designers, interior designers, basically anything creative. It can also cross into service-based industries as well because, for example, my husband's a mechanic. We have a whole nother business, a mechanic company, and the style that he does it's a value-based niche, but it's also the way that he does something. Is it different from any other workshop that does the same thing, fixing brakes on a car? No, but the way that he does it, the experience the customer gets, they come back to do it his way and from him over and over again. It's like a value and a style-based niche. So that's the 4 different niches. You will sometimes have businesses that have a combination of both. For example, I've got a client who's very much in a skill niche, but also values. So once you know this, the idea around niching, branding, marketing gets so much easier and so much clearer. And I've basically just given you a $400 training. So I probably should have put that behind a paywall. But anyway, there you go. Let me know what you think. Does this make sense for you? And do you have any more questions on it?